All right, good morning, traders. Let's go through this week's hot list of coins. All right, altcoins are heating up, and I think this week I have the longest list I've ever had since I've been doing this, which is not that long, but of course, during the drawback, it's not been easy to find my favorite setups here. And today I have a lot of setups to go through, so let's get going on this. All right, we always start with the Bitcoin, right? That's our lead dog. What Bitcoin does, the rest of the altcoin space tends to do. And if you just watched my video, I said we are up into this area of confluence here. Perfect resistance. This is time that I think Bitcoin can take a little bit of rest. Now this is all bullish territory here. I think we will come back down and test our area of support here at 45,800 and 44,800. All right, so expect that this week we'll have a little bit of a drawback. In the meantime, we should see some nice pops in the altcoin space here and there. Now, I have not cleaned up this list again. I tend to do that during the video, and that way I can explain to y'all why I am removing some of my coins from my this week's hotness list here on TradingView. All right, let's start with Gods. All right, Gods has been on the list and off the list. I put it back on the list only because look at this nice 50-day moving average coming down underneath, providing a good area of support. Let me get my my pen out instead, and that way we can see that a little bit better. All right, so along with the drawback that I'm expecting in Bitcoin, we'll probably see some of these coins as well just kind of follow the lead dog as they do, and we might rest on that 50-day for a few days before we take off. You can see I have a level drawn here at $2.08. That would be the next target up, and above that the 100-day moving average, which is coming down too. So it's possible that we don't move up and hit that until we, till there's a nice area of confluence providing us some resistance. But it'll look something like this, and we go up, and that is a nice move, guys. God should provide you at least 25. This says 40% up until that first level. So you've got 40% easy profit potential here on Gods. But of course there might be some drawback before that occurs. All right, I spent a lot of time on one coin. I've got a lot of them here on the list, so I'm going to move along. Again, kind of the same thing. We've got a nice 100-day support underneath on 4th USD. And we have some resistance up ahead at 835 and 907. Above that, the 200-day moving average, which you can draw into your charts. All right, IOTX, I added this because our RSI, many of these altcoins, is already pushing up into overbought territory. This one's still down here in at least in the 60s, 50s. And I don't like about it is the 50-day moving averages overhead. When I added this, we were just above that. And since I started the video, we dropped down below that. So this may be one that shouldn't be on the list. It depends on where we close today. Let me put it that way. So watch today's close if you're interested in this coin, IOTX. We need to close above the 50-day, which is currently sitting at 10.62 cents. All right, so we need to close above that today. MCO2, this is one that heats up, and when it goes, look at this candle, guys. We went all the way from $5 all the way up at our peak to $20. That's 4x in a matter of really one day, but the next day we went a little bit higher, so 2 days. And it's looking like, look at this, all this consolidation here, guys, on the RSI. This is a sign that the coin is going to pop again. All right, and I don't know how high it'll go. One thing I don't like, again, this is just like the last coin. We were above the 50-day, I believe, when I added this. And some of these coins I've added, a while ago, hours ago, and some of them yesterday. But now we're back below the 50-day. However, the good thing is we are using this 100-day as good support. Can't spend too much time on these coins, guys, so I don't have targets drawn, and I would go over that if I had more time here on TradingView, but I only have 20 minutes for this video, a lot of coins to work through. So anyways, long story short, get your moving averages on these charts because we're doing a lot of analysis based on those along with the RSI. We need to close above the 50-day on MCO2. Ran out of voice. Jasmy. So I've done a lot of videos on Jasmy. I said I was not interested till we break above this descending purple trend line. We did that in a big fashion. And I've also been watching these wallets. It doesn't look like suppression is going on any longer. The third thing I wanted to see is that we start to follow technical analysis, standard technical analysis patterns again before I'm even interested. Personally, I'm not going to invest in this until I really see a lot of replication of patterns here on the charts, and once I see that it's starting to flow and follow that technical those standard technical analysis patterns again, I will become more of a believer. Right now this does look a little bit like I don't have time to draw it all the way out, but it looks like it's forming some sort of a cup and handle, although that handle is a little bit deep. But I expect if we break this whole area right here, if Jasmy can break this area, which is above the 100-day, let's say it breaks the 100-day. I think at that point we are going to 5.9 cents on the Jasmy chart. All right, so that's what I'm looking at for Jasmy. MIR sitting on the 100-day moving average. RSI is still nice down here. This is a big old bullish wedge here. I think a good target would be that 200-day at $1.72. UMA, this is one I just entered in. All right, I like it because UMA has a lot of volatility. As you know, I love volatility. So we moved last time I put this one on the hot list. I recommended it and it was at $4.60 some cents. Somebody bought in and pumped this thing all the way up, and we had a 3x the next day on UMA, or the next 2 days I should say. Over the course of the next 2 days it went 3x after I put it on that hot list. All right, I don't know that it's going to do that again, but this is with my target down in the entry area, and we are sitting on nice support here at the 100-day. Look at the 50-day starting to curve up. You know, the RSI is not too crazy, not too ridiculous. I expect we'll at least hit that 200-day, right? And we could break above that. And that is a nice target. If you're looking to enter this trade, that's about 20% gains on this particular coin. IDEX, I put this one on the list because we are currently just barely above that 50-day moving average, and the 100-day is shortly above that, but that would be a great target. All right, and you're looking at 15% on that one. But IDEX can pump. Look at these candles. We went all the way from 11 cents here. The wick high was 33 cents. That's 3x. And that's why I like these altcoins. They have a lot of price action. I should close out my email here so you guys aren't reading my email as we do the video. 1 second. There we go. All right, then we won't get those. So anyways, IDEX can go all the way up to the 100-day and far past that. All right, we don't have the 200-day on here because there's not enough data history, but we've got a level up here at 26 cents. So you can go from, right now you can double if you hit that level. Let me just draw that in real quick. Didn't work. Forget it. It's taking too much time. It's not cooperating with me, guys. I don't know. Try one more time. All right, there you go. There's your level, 26 cents. All right, if you were to break above the 100-day on that one. AMP. All right. So I didn't draw any levels down here. There is one level right here I could draw. But you know that coincides with the 100-day, so that would be a good first target, right? So you can enter here at 2.8 cents, and your first target is that 100-day, and that would be 3.3 cents. That's a nice little profit margin. I took this one off and I put it back on because we are still on this ascending trend line here on the RSI. We could draw back a little bit this week and just kind of follow that 100-day moving average down. as with a lot of these altcoins. We'll just use that as support. But eventually it should pop and come up and hit our 100-day moving average, which looks to be coinciding with this level of resistance I just drew. So there's your target on that one. SUKU is still, I'm waiting for this one to pop above that 100-day and go hit that, the 50-day and hit that 100-day above, and above that I've got a level at 37.7 cents. All right, Mana has broken out of this wedge, and we are currently using, we're currently hitting the 100-day moving average. All right, Mana is pretty hot right now. It's above the 20, above the 200, and above the 50-day moving average. I expect this week we come back down and test that 50-day average one more time before we try to make any moves above the 100-day. I was a little bit hesitant about leaving this one on the list because when I had it on the list last week and we were in this triangle, so it's already kind of made its move. But it's a hot coin right now. We've got a lot of support underneath it, so I'm on the edge with this one. Should I leave it on the list or not? It's already really had at least a 15-20% move since I put it on, and it could go more, but I expect us to settle in this week. All right, so don't expect too much over the next couple days. OXT I put back on the list, but barely, and here's why. Let me zoom in here. This black ascending trend line is huge. It is currently coinciding with this 100-day coming down, so this one only stays on the list. And if you guys are making these lists along with me, only leave it on your list if we close above that ascending black trend line. Really, you can say the 100-day moving average, which is at 28 cents. We need to close above that, confirm, open another candle, and close above that and confirm that, and that would be your signal, your indicator that we are back in what I consider bullish territory in here. All right, and this is even more bullish. It's like I have my territories on Bitcoin, I have my territories on these altcoins, and I told my paid subscribers group I was not interested in this until we break back above this first ascending trend line. Looks like we're trying to do that today. If we do that, I'll leave this one on the list. Until then, it's kind of in iffy territory. You guys gotta, I put these things on. It doesn't mean you go in. It means you have to watch for these signals that I'm watching for as well. So take good notes. BMT, I put this on the list because we broke out of this ascending trend line. All right, so this was on my list last week. I see what's going on, and we've already made our move. 100-day is underneath us, so that's good, but I'm going to take this off the list because we've already had quite a move. Could have more, yes, that's true, but it's not it's not primed for the best. OMG, I'm going to leave this one on the list. This has been on the list for a while because we made our move up above the 100-day, which is not that much of a distance. And as this 100-day kind of flattens out and starts to curve up this week, again, a lot of these coins will follow Bitcoin and come back down if what I think is going to happen to Bitcoin happens, all right? Which I think this week will be kind of a rest or a sideways action week on the Bitcoin. So OMG would come back down and use that 100-day as support to further project higher. If I zoom out, look at where my long-term target is, way up here, guys. And I'm dead serious. A lot of these coins are going to 5x, 6x over the next few months. I really think that's going to happen along with the Bitcoin. All right, new is still, I'm waiting on this one. This is early. This is really early to be added to the list because we're still in this triangle. However, with what I'm seeing in the crypto space, I don't expect it to drop below our support, right? Because everything else is heating up. So that's why this is on the list. I think once we do break this 50-day, we pop above, we're really going to go for a ride, and potentially we'll break through that 200-day as well, go above that, and settle on the 200-day on new. All right. This looks good. Wrap centrifuge, is that it? WCFG. All right. So look at all this consolidation here. And we have not had a pop yet. And what tends to happen on the Coinbase coins, somebody with a lot of enormous amount of cash, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars, is popping these coins and going taking turns and just giving everybody a chance to make their profits. That's what it seems like to me. A lot of times, I've told you this before, I've done 7 of these videos, in the very next, within hours, sometimes these coins have popped and doubled or tripled. So maybe whoever this altruistic investor is, if that is actually the case, maybe he's watching my videos silently in the background. A lot of these crypto guys, they just like to not let anybody know that they are richer than Warren Buffett, and they walk around in the grocery store next to you, and they're just normal people, but they're trying to make an impact on the crypto community. And that seems to be the personalities that I've actually run into in the crypto space, because I think crypto, getting off track here, I think crypto is going to be one of the factors that helps humanity with its evolution into a free and just financial system in the future. So it's my goal, it's my endeavor as I do these videos. I don't ask for any money. I just try to help people out, try to learn technical, and try to help people make a buck. It's a hard thing to do in life sometimes, just to make an honest dollar. And I think crypto provides so much opportunity, so much space for you to be able to do that. And if you guys can learn these technical analysis patterns and trends, you can do this without my help in the future. KRL, already, this was on my list, already had its move. I don't know if I should leave it on the list. I have a feeling I'm going to, because look at how it's just resting right nicely on this 100-day moving average, all right? And the 50-day is already starting to curve up along with the 20-day. So maybe this week it trends along the top of that, as a lot of these coins are going to do this week. I'm suspecting, I shouldn't say that dogmatically, and then we take off again and do more of this. So I'm going to leave this on the list right now just because I'm curious. I want to watch this, so I'm going to leave it on my hot list. All right, CompUSD, I did some tech analysis. I did a separate post and video for this one. And remember, I told you, I'm linking to those in the TradingView related links, and I'll put a related link, or I'll put that link in the YouTube description and wherever you guys get this video as well, showing you this chart and what my strategy was for entry here. We have our signal on comp, all right? So it has broken this neckline. First target is 152, second target is 170. All right, Atom has broken to the upside of this trend line. Can't spend a lot of time on these guys. That's on that list for the reason. Keep, we're still watching because we've got a lot of support underneath us with all these moving day averages. BICO, I still expect to break up to the upside. REN has broken to the upside of this descending triangle. GRT has had its up move to the 100-day resistance. I expect us to play out a little bit more this week, and eventually we want to go up here and test this descending, these descending trend lines, all right, and break to the upside of those, and that will be a very good sign for graph. COTI is one that should move off the list because we have had massive upside already on this one, and so I'm going to take that one off the list. And I believe that completes our, yes it does, that completes our, so let's do the wrap up here, and I'll be done with this video. You guys always watch for your indicators and wait for confirmation on all of these. All right, I've explained how to do the confirmation. Dollar cost average in, dollar cost average out at your targets, and never invest more than you are willing to lose. Peace, guys. We'll see you on the next video.